Hi, this is Cheris Farfalla with Mystical Empress. I decided to do a quick little video on clearing entities and removing psychic spears, psychic hooks, demonics, waywards, anything that I see in the auric field, the energy field that does not belong there. I call in the angels. I go straight Yahshua, Yahweh for protection, for information, and for clearing and blocking. Anything that I see that's in the energy field of the body that looks like a mass that doesn't belong there. And how that looks often is it's usually a foul color. It's not it's not a good clear color. A lot of times these energetic disturbances look like charcoal or black. Sometimes they look like ropes. Sometimes I see large hooks. It's a variety of things. But the interesting thing is when I'm doing these clearings, I never know what to expect because it seems like every client has a completely unique situation that has to be dealt with. So I go in, I listen to the clients tell me what their problem is, what's going on that's, upsetting or whatever. A lot of them are having night terrors at night. A lot of them are feeling out of sorts. They're feeling off from who they normally feel like or act like. But there's a lot of different things that come up doing these shamanic clearings. So these clearings I usually schedule an hour and a half, and these clearings, the first about hour of it, I'm focused on clearing. The last 30 minutes, I typically go into the client's akashic records. And in the records, I look for maybe soul agreements or purposes for the ordeal that they've been through. Additionally, I also look at the records to see if there's past life connections. This last week, I had a couple of clients. One lady was Latina, and the other man was from Haiti. And both of them had generational curses that were bringing these entities to attack them. Now, used to, I would think when I would hear curses, oh my gosh, a curse, a curse, a curse. A curse is nothing more than an intent for evil towards another person. And everybody's been cursed. Everybody. But some of these curses are a little more severe because of who's involved in them. So take the Latina lady, I think she was from Puerto Rico. And this woman was incredibly psychic. And it's been a disadvantage to her because she has not learned how to set up boundaries in the psychic interaction she has. Instead, she's just being bombarded by all this cosmic energy coming from the astral plane, and it's driving her crazy. She has been in and out of mental hospitals. She's been on medication, and she was desperate when she found me. Now, I told her, like I tell everybody, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to rack up thousands of dollars off of you. When someone has a problem, I do my best to get it knocked out as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Sometimes it takes several sessions, but we can get a lot done in that first hour and a half. And then the client comes back or not, whatever they want to do. But when I got in there to clear this lady, there were several. She had a lot of waywards or people that have died and were Klingons to her. She had a demon, one main demon, And then she had a lot of 2D dimensional little entities, and they often come in when you have illnesses. They bring that with them, and they come in, and they really don't want to stay with us. They just want to highlight problems within us and then hopefully be released. But since most people don't know how to release that stuff, they stay. So anyway, we got in there and got to working, and I found this one main very large demon. And because this girl was very psychic herself, she and I were able to work together, and she was able to tell me everything she was seeing and feeling while I was doing my work. So, long story short, when I was clearing, this demon wouldn't go. He wouldn't go, wouldn't go. And finally found out that there had been a generational curse put on this family way, 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 way back. And what had happened was a man in this family, and it was a man that he looked like a farmer. He was wearing the big hat and everything, like he had been out in the fields. And what he did was he summoned this spirit, this entity, for money, for wealth. And it's really not fair that they can do this, but people in the family history can summon these demons, or they can go to, like, a voodoo person or a santry or whatever, somebody that works with magic, and they can make a deal. They can cut a deal. And the unfair thing about it is they don't pay the price. They put the punishment off generations, and oftentimes it's 7 generations down. So that's what happened to this girl. She was burdened with the deal that this man made so long ago, and the devil was here to collect its dues. And it's very complicated in that type of situation, because you know God has that agreement that if the human is willing to give up the soul, then God steps out of the way and the devil gets his due. But in this situation, she wasn't even aware of it. So we did a lot of finagling, and you know as a trade for her and all of the family members that have not submitted to magic, have not been that. There were a lot of souls in that family that had um, played around in that energy. And so this demon finally just turned back and took those and let the rest go. Let the rest of these souls go that were not part of any of that. And afterwards, when I get through with one of these clearings, some some people jump up, take off, and it's no big deal. For her, and I told her, I said, you've got all these gifts, and they're going to run you ragged if you don't learn how to ground yourself, how to daily clear yourself, and how to draw boundaries. Because the spirit world is like the physical world. You have to draw boundaries. And if you're just wide open, and she had been through addiction years ago, so she had tears in her aura, she had things going on that attracted these. And when we got done, she went through a healing crisis physically after the session. She felt a little she snapped out. That was how her physical vehicle handled spiritual work that was done. Another thing I noticed was I always look at people to be attached to my clients. There are a lot of It's there's probably more spirits roaming this planet now than there ever have been. And a lot of people that die uh, don't necessarily go on to the next plane, to the next level. If they've been in a traumatic accident or something, they're kind of, they stick around. Some of them don't even, a lot of them don't even know they're dead. They just don't understand why nobody's talking to them and everybody's ignoring our hell. So there's a variety of reasons why they the they will often to humans unaware. So the get sick, they feel depleted, they have weird things up that aren't like there's ask finally just had to say, okay, everybody that's here, raise your hand. And it was in classroom of people to this woman. So no wonder why she was here and all these safe place for them to hang out. You know, sometimes they'll hide. They'll hang you may have to but of all the clients I've done, and I do anywhere from 3 to 5 of these clearing so then next
this
guy and when we, you know, he has he said I haven't had full I I feel this oppression. Can't have night he said it's like I'm this little um, even And really